In this video, I'm going to illustrate how to use the built-in templates in the editor to build your ads. So we've already got an ad loaded in the editor here, and I'm going to go up and click New to create a new ad. And then near the right-hand side of the editor, there's a button. If you mouse over it, the one shown here, it'll tell you that that's the templates button. So click it once. A box will pop up with the three options that are built in. The first ad template shows a graphic on the left and then a title at the top and some text. The next one has two columns with titles at the top and text below. And the last one has a title at the top and some text that wraps around the left side of a table. So if you had a bunch of smaller images or something that you wanted to lay out in a grid, and that's a good way to lay those out. So if none of these templates suit the purpose of the ad you're creating, well then you wouldn't choose any and you would just create your ad from scratch. But I'm going to illustrate how to create one and how easy it is by just choosing this first one, and we'll just create an ad using that one. So I once click on it, that loads the template into the ad space. And to select the graphic placeholder here, sometimes if you click in the middle of the graphic it won't select. So come to right near the edge of it and click it, and then you'll see it's selected by the nodes that appear around the outside. And we're going to just change that graphic for another graphic. So we come up into the editor and select the image button. That'll allow us to browse the server. I've already uploaded a graphic that I'm going to use. Okay, so I'm going to open test ad ones folder. Okay, and then I mouse over the graphics to see which one that I want to use. I'm going to use this top graphic, so just one click on that, and that opens up the image properties box where I can type in some alt text. So I'm going to just type woman in there because there's a woman stretching a dollar. It would be a short description of your graphic, whatever your graphic is. Now the width and height is actually 100 and 100, and I would like this graphic to display at about 300. So I'm going to click this little lock to the right hand side, and that'll lock the aspect ratio. And I'm going to change the very top width to 300, and you'll notice with that lock selected, it adjusted the aspect ratio for me and filled in the height so that this graphic won't look stretched at all. Okay, now I'm going to look in the preview area here and scroll to the side, and you'll see that this graphic has a border around it, and any text that I place in here is going to be right up against that black border, and that's not going to look good. So I need to put some horizontal space between the graphic and any text. So this is how I would do that. I would type in the H space box, say 20 pixels, and immediately the preview area will illustrate the change. And now the text will be pushed away from the graphic and it'll look good. Let me see how the vertical space is. Okay, the vertical space, it needs some space at the bottom as well. So I'm going to type a 10 there. And now I've got some vertical space away from the graphic. This is a template, so the graphic's already aligned left, and now to insert it where that placeholder is here in the editor, all I have to do is click OK, and the graphic appears. Okay, so now all I have to do, the title here is already bold, so I'm going to just retype it. You would type whatever the title of your ad is going to be. Type title here. Okay, and then whatever the text of your ad would be in this area here, but I'm just going to preview this right now to see what it looks like so far. So I click the preview button and then scroll up a bit. Okay, that looks like it's going to be pretty nice. I noticed that the ad though is right up in the left hand corner here, and it looks like it might take a couple of carriage returns to get it down into the center of the ad carousel, so we're going to do that. Now if I try to put my cursor up here, sometimes that won't work, just like now I tried to click there. So what you do is select the graphic, and then on your keyboard use your left direction arrow and click it once, and you'll see now my cursor is actually on the left side, and then that allows me to give it 2 carriage returns, and that moves everything down. Let me preview how that looks now. Okay, that's better. That's got the graphic right in the center of the ad, and then I can go back down and fill in the rest of the text for my ad. Okay, let's preview that and see how that looks. Scroll back up. Now you'll see that as you put the rest of the text in for your ad, it's actually nicely centered, and your title is the right size, and then you could keep adding text there and maybe place your link at the bottom of that, and that would complete your ad. So that's all there really is to using a template, and if any of those templates suit your purposes, then they're there to give you a shortcut.